So we are in Exodus chapter 28. And these are the garments for the priest. Y'all ready? Verse 1. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother and his sons with him, for whom the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and Eleazar, and Itamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. It says, and thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garment to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. It says, and these are, to be honest, I'm be honest, when I highlight, I like to do, like, I like to do, like, things contrast, like, there's no order, but it's like I cannot stand the same thing. I'm being completely honest. If you like this by so far, make sure you like this video. And I just want to let you know that it will be like a quiz, like probably at the end of the chapter or something like that. So make sure you comment those answers as well, so we can all learn together. This is all a learning experience for you guys. And this is Bible study for beginners. This is beginners. Then one day we're gonna do an intermediate stage. The next stage is gonna be the full-on hard stages. Like on the hard stages, it's like it's gonna open our minds up to the deeperness of the Bible, and I cannot wait for that. Like between 2 years from now, like with my journey, I feel like it's gonna be so great. And then if we go by to 2030, it's still gonna also be great. I don't know if it's still recording. It says 2 minutes ago. Okay. So if it goes to all the way to 2030, it's gonna be like a immediate growth, and then our relationship with God will experience. And I want to open you guys up to when y'all see something contradicting in the Bible, please do not get offensive. Always research that and study the scripture. Before you have a response, make sure you can respond educatedly. Me, I love contradiction. It's it pushes me to be great. Sometimes I cannot explain the difficult things that's in the Bible itself. Some things I can explain, and some things I cannot explain. That's why we have a lot of people that are of Israel, that we can help each other and we can grow together. It's not a one-man show. I had to point that out. And I just don't know where I left off at. Okay. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom. There's a spirit of wisdom, y'all. And said that they may make Aaron garment to consecrate him, set apart, right? I think that's consecrate. Consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And there are garments which they shall make a breastplate, a ephod, and a robe, and a broidered cloak, and a coat. I said cloak, right? And a mistra and a girdle, that they may make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold and of blue and of purple of scarlet and fine twined linen with cunning work. It shall have 2 shoulder pieces thereof, joined at the 2 edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And a curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. Thou shalt take 2 onyx stone. Onyx is black, and engrave on them the names of the children of Israel. And we know who the children of Israel are: Reuben, Levi, all of them, Judah. That's children of Israel. It says 6 of their names, one on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth. Oh, now I get it. So basically, it's going in order from their birth. Oh, I get it now. So basically, Reuben be first, and then the next one, next and next. Oh, I get it. I get it now. It says with the work of the engrafter in the stone, like the engravings of the signet. Can't pronounce that. Shalt thou engrave 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in the ounces of gold, and thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of the memorial upon the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. It says, and thou shalt make ounces of gold and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of reach work shalt thou make them, and fasten the reach chains to the ounces. And thou shalt make breastplate of judgment with cunning work. And y'all, I just want to say, in the YouVersion app, this is like my favorite translation. This is the only reason why it's my favorite translation in this app, is because I have a whole lot of highlighted verses. That's why. It says, after the works of the ephod, that they shall make it of gold, and of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shall thy make it. So if you, okay, so I'm just going to run the clip of, what was it? About the Bible. So let's watch this clip and we're going to get back to it. Okay, so 80, it shall be being double. A span shall be a length of thereof, and a span be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in it setting of stone, even 4 rows of stone. The first row shall be sardust. Now this is brown. This stone right here is brown. Topaz, I think that is that blue? It could be yellow. Wait, I think topaz is yellow. Right. Topaz is yellow. Yeah. Topaz is yellow. And carbuncle. This shall be a first row. And it says, in the second row shall be emerald. We know that's green. My month, particularly May, it says sapphire. I think sapphire is like a deep blue, like a navy blue. It says a diamond, that's clear. We all know what a diamond looks like. And the third row, liger. I do not know what the stone is. And a gate. And amphicin. I don't know how to pronounce that word. And the first row, a berlin. Now this B berlin, that's green. In Inex, that is black, like I said before. And a jasper, that's like a reddish brown. They shall be set in gold in their enclosure, and the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel. 12, according to their names, like the engrafting of the signet. Everyone with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. Thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains at the end of the wreath work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate, and thou shalt put the 2 chains of gold and the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. And on the other 2 ends of the 2 reed chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ounces, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate and the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold thou shalt make, and shalt put on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, towards the 4 parts thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof upon the rings of the ephod with the lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, that the breastplate be not loosened from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the name of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goes in unto the holy place for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment of Urim and the Thummim, that they shall be upon Aaron's heart. And when he goes in before the Lord, Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put the robe of the ephod, all of the blue, and there shall be a hole in the top of it. In the midst thereof it shall be a binding of woven work upon the holes of it, as it was the hole of an Habergeon. I know that when I tried. That it may be not rented. I didn't see these big words before. I just look at the words that I didn't that I knew I couldn't pronounce, but I didn't scan. I make sure I fully scan this chapter so there's no more mispronunciations. But hey, we're not perfect, right? That it may not be rented. Rented means to tear. Beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make. You're done. Thou shalt make pomegranates of blue and of purple. That was fast. And of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about. A golden bell and a pomegranate, and a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about, and it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goes in upon the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, and that he may die not. I seen the car approaching. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it like the engravings of a signet, the holiness to the Lord. It says, and thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre, upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all of their holy gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. It says, and thou shalt embroil the coat of fine linen, that they shall make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. What's that? It says, and for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles, and bonnets shall they make for them for glory and for beauty. Now, I researched this on Ezekiel, but I did not know they had on Exodus 28. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother and his sons with him, and shall anoint them and consecrate them and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. It says, thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness from the loins even unto the thigh they should reach. I make sure I make a separate video about what is the linen breeches and is pants. Can women wear pants or not? Because there is a false teaching about that. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they shall when they come in upon the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near upon the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever upon him and his seed after him. This is the questions from Exodus 28. So the first question says, who wears breastplates of judgment? Make sure you comment below. Number 2 is, what is the holiness of the Lord? Number 3, do Aaron's sons wear bonnets? And lastly, what is according to their burden? Exodus 29, the consecrations of Aaron and his sons. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them to hallow them, to minister unto me in the priest's office. Take 1 young buddock and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread and cakes, unleavened, tampered with oil. Unleavened. See, I told you, God do not disturb on, and it's still popping up. It says unleavened, tampered with oil, and wafers unleavened, anointed with oil, wheaten flour shall thou make them. And thou shalt put them into 1 basket, and bring them in the basket with the buttocks and the 2 rams. And Aaron and his sons thou shalt bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shalt wash them with water. And thou shalt take the garments, and put upon Aaron the coat, and the robe of the hepon, and the breastplate, and gird him with the curious girdle of the hepon. And thou shalt put the miltra upon his head, and put a holy crown upon the mistra. Then thou shalt take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons, and put coats upon them. And thou shalt gird them with girdles, and Aaron and his sons put the bonnets on them. And the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. And thou shalt consecrate Aaron his son. Y'all, I'm going to ask you a question. What do perpetual mean? Perpetual means forever. It says, and thou shalt cause a buttocks to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron his son shall put their hands upon the head of the buttocks. And thou shalt kill the buttocks before the Lord by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And thou shalt take of the blood of the buttocks, and put it upon the horn of the altar with thy fingers, and pour the blood beside the bottom of the altar. And thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards, and the caul that is above the liver. That's not the gallbladder, because I think the gallbladder is below. But it could be the gallbladder, it could be, I don't know. And 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the buttocks, and his sin, and his skin, and his dung, that is shit, shall thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. Thou shalt also see, but these are 2 different, y'all know, if y'all complaining. Thou shalt also take 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the ram, and thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood, and sprinkle it around about upon the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, put them upon his pieces, and upon his head. And thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron his son shall put their hands upon the head of his ram, and then shalt thou kill the ram, and take of his blood, and put upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his son, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. And thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garment, upon his sons, upon the garment of his sons with him. He shall be hollow, in his garments, and his son, and his son's garments with him. Also thou shalt take of the ram the fat and the rump, and the fat that covers the inwards, and the caul above the liver, and the 2. You know what? Okay, this is the gallbladder. The caul is the gall, because yeah. Because say if you got your gallbladder like removed, like in a human, like if you got your gallbladder removed, like sometimes you can get liver stones, like sometimes the liver can go bad. Yeah. It says, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that's upon them, and the right shoulder from it is a ram of consecration. And 1 loaf of bread, and 1 cake of oil bread, and 1 wafer out of the basket of unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And thou shalt put all in the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and shalt wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor before the Lord. It is the offering made by fire upon the Lord. And thou shalt take the breast of the ram of Aaron's consecration and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord. And it shall be thy part. And thou shalt sanctify the breast of the wave offering and the shoulder of the heave offering, which is wave, which is heaven up. It says of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is for Aaron, and of that which is for his sons. And why my voice is hoarse? And it shall be Aaron and his sons by a statute forever for the children of Israel, for it is a heave offering. It shall be a heave offering from the children of Israel, or the sacrifice of their peace offering, even their heave offering upon the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be his sons after him, to be anointed therein and to be consecrated in them. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days when he cometh into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. It said, thou shalt take the ram of consecration and seethe his flesh in the holy place, and Aaron his son shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket by the door of his tabernacle of the congregation. And they shall eat those things wherewith the atonement was made to consecrate and to sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. If all of the flesh of the consecration or of the bread remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shalt thou do upon Aaron and to his sons according to all things which I have commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them. And thou shalt offer every day a bullocks for a sin offering for atonement. And thou shalt cleanse the altar where thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify it. 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most high. Whatsoever touches the altar shall be holy. I did not know they had daily offering until I was preparing for this chapter. Yeah, I prepared for this chapter, but I didn't prepare for the last chapter. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar, 2 lambs of the first year, day by day continually. The one lamb thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at eve. And with the one lamb, a 10th deal of flour, mingled with the fourth part of a hin of beaten oil, and the fourth part of a hin of wine for a drink offering. So we got the lamb, and then we got wine. So drink is a fancy meal. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at eve, and shall do therein according to the meat offering of the morning. Okay. And according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor and offering made by fire. I'm thinking, where's the bread? This shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you to speak there unto thee. And there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priest offering, and I will dwell among the children of Israel and will be their God. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. Y'all ready for the questions? Exodus chapter 29 question. What is the flour made out of? That was the first question. And the last from this one is what is in wave offering. I just want to say at the end of this video, I want to see there are some videos that will pop up that I recommend that you should watch next. Thank you and have a blessed day.